Hey all, back again for another adventure out here. Today I am out road cruising this evening. It's a hot summer day, last day of July actually. And now it was raining several days ago, but there's enough moisture in the ground that everything is still wet, even though no other major storms have really passed through. So I'm hoping we'll find some good stuff out here. Excuse the dyslexia. Alright, we have a snake out here. Would you look at that? It's a prairie rattler. Get a couple of photos of him right as he is here, and then move him across the road. As he is didn't quite work out, as he had other ideas. The prairie rattlesnake, I won't say is the most cantankerous of rattlesnake species out there that I've encountered, but it's also not the most docile either. They can get pretty riled up fairly quickly if they feel like they're threatened. It did make for a pretty spectacular defense pose though, and a decent set of shots leading up to it as well. That classic S shape so that they're ready to strike at whatever is nearby, and the rattle right up and ready to make noise so that whatever it is knows that this is something that probably should not be messed with. I'd hoped to get a photo and some video of him while he was still calmed down, but Crotalus viridis, prairie rattlesnake, first live one of the year out here on the road. So it's a decent size, maybe 2.5 feet long. And well, he definitely figured out that I see him, so he's gone up into defensive position. But he was just starting to cross the road out here, so we'll get him moved across in a second. Alright. Yeah, I know. You see me. You're okay. Come on. Just want to get you off the road, okay? You were moving off this way. No. Come on. You were moving off this way, so let's get you off the road. Yeah. Oops. Almost there. Almost there. You're making this a little difficult. Here. Get you well off so that nobody runs you over, okay? There you go. Friend out here. Box turtles seem to always be in plenty. Got some nice red on your legs, dude. Old reliable. If there is a reptile that I seem to be guaranteed to find when I go out and about anymore, it's gonna be a box turtle. They're adorable. Alright. Box turtle. Seems every time I come out anymore I'm gonna find at least one of these guys. Had one in the last video. I have one this round too. He's got some nice reds on his legs. Beautiful pattern to that shell. And he's heading towards an agricultural field, probably to go find some earthworms, so we'll help him along. Won't we? Alright, dude. Do. And actually it probably is a male. Alright. There you go. You're free to go now. Anytime. Also, I'm not entirely sure how reliable this actually is, but I've heard that a lot of male box turtles will tend to have the red eyes that you can see on this guy, and females generally don't. Hi! Yeah, I know, you're grumpy. I see you. Almost missed ya. Shooting across the road here. Hi, yeah, I know. You're very big and mean. I get it. Hi. Hello. Want to get some photos of you. Hold on. Okay? You're okay. Hey, no. Hey now. Hey now. Come on, calm down. You're okay. See? You're okay. You're okay. Yeah. Little red-sided garter. Beautiful. Okay, let's go turn off the car, get some video with you. Alright, so we got here a very expressive red-sided garter snake. Thamnophis sirtalis parietalis. He's honestly got some absolutely beautiful colors. Look at that. These guys are pretty common up here in northern Colorado. Rare down further south and non-existent in most of the state, so I'm kind of lucky to have so many up here. He's trying to decide whether or not to bite the camera. So, this is probably last year's baby, so he's been around for a year, and hopefully he'll be around for many more. In my state, the red-sided garters are kind of a holy grail for a lot of herpers, since they're not common through much of the state, but it seems for me anymore they're just a dime a dozen. Meanwhile, the plains garter snake I can't find to save my life. Now, you can see this guy is really snappy and he wants to bite because, of course, that's one of the few defenses that they really have other than musking and pooping all over you, and it smells terrible. But it's not going to do much either to something as big as me. I don't want it to happen because, well, I don't feel like bleeding, but honestly, they're harmless. And though they are rear-fanged venomous, it's not a venom that is designed for people. So even if you get bit, nothing is going to happen unless you're that rare 1 in a million person with an allergy, but it's the same with just about any other compound out there. Alright, I know, you want to bite. Huh. You're ready to bite. You're ready to go. Means you probably got a good chance of surviving, huh? Okay, ready? Here you go. You go that way, and he's gone. Now from here I did drive to kind of a drainage area just south of a big lake to poke around, see what I could find. Played peekaboo with a blue jay in the trees, could not get a clearer photo of him unfortunately, and then found an old kind of a debris pile full of concrete blocks and poked around and turned up our next snake. Alright, we got ourselves here a yellow-bellied racer. See if I can get him out without squishing him. Here we go, almost. There we go. Hey, look at that. Look at you. Yeah, you're pooping on me, I see. Hi. Calm down. You're fine. Come on now. Stop. Stop. You're okay. Look at you. You're beautiful. I want to get a couple of photos, alright? Alright. Third snake of the evening. Beautiful eastern yellow-bellied racer, Coluber constrictor flaviventris. This guy's got an almost speckled look to his side, especially as he puffs up a bit. He pooped all over me earlier. An interesting reddish tone to it, so I'm not entirely sure what he's eating out here, but he's looking for my hand, wanting to nab me. So we're just kind of letting him... Whoops! Almost lost him there. But we got him, still. We'll get a couple more photos and then leave him be in his junk pile here. One of the few ways you can actually manage to catch a racer is when they're hiding underneath stuff, because otherwise, if they're warmed up and out in the open, you're going to get a glimpse of them and that's it, they'll be gone. Usually pretty bitey animals, they don't have any other way to defend themselves because literally they run down their prey. They rely on speed and hoping that whatever they catch is not stronger than them, because they don't really use constriction. Despite the scientific name Coluber constrictor, they don't use that technique. They literally just grab prey and eat it just as is, alive, dead. They're not, they don't have issues with carrion oftentimes, and they're extreme generalists too. They'll eat just about anything that they find. Rodents, lizards, other snakes, birds, and so on. You being nasty, huh? You being nasty. Now you're falling over. Okay, well, here you go. Into your rock pile, okay? Yeah. There you go. Go on. Yee, there you go. Alright, we got ourselves another snake. another little baby red-sided garter. Hi, you're okay. No, come here. Come here, you're okay. Oh, you're gonna be bitey too, huh? Okay. Hi, you're tiny. Alright, we have here a little, maybe young of the year, red-sided garter. Very small and adorable, and also has been full of attitude up until this point. Beautiful. So we'll get a couple of photos and let him go. Yep, around here it's just the start of that time of year when all the babies are starting to come out. So the red-sided garter snakes, like all garter snakes, give live birth. They're viviparous or ovoviviparous, depending on who you talk to. So they give birth to live young. The female will find a secluded spot and push out babies that are sometimes covered in a little sac, the amniotic sac, that they break out of, and then they just disperse, go about into the world. And they're usually born fairly small, 4, 5, 6 inches at most usually, and they start eating very small things, worms and slugs, very small minnows and fish, and of course they're prey for everything else. So babies are usually fairly nippy, even more than the adults are. Alright, here you go. Zoom. Last ends of a white-tailed deer there. Well, we got somebody out here. What are you? Woodhouse's toad. Hello, sir. You have a nice pattern. Well, seems no trip is complete up here without finding at least one of your ever-present Woodhouse's toads. This guy's got a nice pattern, though, I have to say. We'll get a couple of photos and get them all the way off the road. They're tiny, they're adorable, they're variable in color, so of course I'm always going to stop and take a couple moments to photograph these guys when I find them. Whoop. There he goes. We'll just kind of chase him off. Away he goes. Jump, jump. Now you go that way. Good boy. Go, go. Go on. Sir, you must keep going. Sir, you must keep going, yes. There you go. Up here, road cruising is always kind of a hit and miss thing. Sometimes you want to try and get out when it's just been an absolutely blistering hot day, so the animals are going to be active all night. Other times you follow right after a rainstorm, which brings out a lot of the amphibians and also causes a lot of the reptiles and other animals become active because the humidity is better for them. There's more food out since all the amphibians are out, so all the amphibian eaters follow them out. So tonight I chose some really empty dirt roads to follow, and we had just a sliver of the moon left to light the sky. All right. Oh no, dude! Don't go! Don't go! Beautiful bull snake, come here. Gotcha. Hi. Just want to see you for a minute, okay? Hold on. You okay? Hello? Let me get some photos of you, okay? Alright. Got ourselves a beautiful bull snake here. Hi. Got some nice brown colors, very dark snake actually. Like this is a very, very dark bull snake, honestly. But absolutely beautiful. Pituophis catenifer sayi. Our one, get out of my earbug. Our one subspecies out here on the plains in Colorado. So we'll get a couple photos and then get him across the road where he was actually heading. Most of the bulls that I see around here are more of the sandy colored variety usually, so when I find a dark one it's always kind of a treat because they look different from the ones I'm used to. And also when they're this friendly, it's also nice because you can just sit there and kind of handle them without problems. Alright, get you across the road. Yeah, you're handsome. Over here. See, this is where you want to go. Get your way over here. There you go. Run along. Into the bushes he goes. Okay, I haven't even gotten into my car again. Just barely up ahead. We've got another prairie rattlesnake crossing the road. Look at that. Like, this is right where the bullsnake was, except he's going the other way. Hello. So literally haven't even gotten back in the car. And there's this guy who's moving the other direction across the road next to the bullsnake. Another about 2.5 foot prairie rattler. Looks like he might have a little scar on his back right about there. Focus camera. Yeah, a little injury, old injury there. Anyway, we'll get him moving the way he was going. Look at you. Good example of when you get out of the car on these stops. Always make sure you look where you're walking and have a light on, because if you're stopping for one snake, you never know if you might just run across another right on the side of the road or right up ahead. Alright, dude. Yeah, I know, you see the hook. Let's get you across. Why are you hissing instead of rattling? You're being weird. Come on. You're okay. I'm just trying to get you across the road. Well, we're almost there. Come on. This way. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, now you rattle. Hi. Yeah. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Almost there. There you go. And away he goes. Cool. I don't know if this is the same guy or not. What are you doing, dude? I just put you across the road. Why are you coming back over here? What are you doing? Yeah, get up there. Off the road then. Shoo shoo. Shoo shoo. That was weird. Thought it was a new snake, but no, it's the same dunce recrossing the road. We got another one, and I almost didn't stop in time. Look at you. Another beautiful prairie rattler. Where's my camera? There we go. Hi, sir. Alright. So you see me there, I know. You're a little darker. Look at that. Beautiful snake, so I'm going to get a couple photos and then get him moving across. Alright. This is rattlesnake number 3 for the night. A little darker, beautiful pattern. We're just going to scoot him off the road though. Make sure nobody else comes over the hill like I just did and almost smack him. I wasn't even moving that fast either. He's blending in really well with the road here. A good example of two things here. One, the variability in the prairie rattlesnakes. While they all kind of have the same general color form around here, some shade of tannish or brownish with a bit of hint of green in there, they do range from fairly light to dark, and variable across other parts of their range where they might actually incorporate some oranges or even pinks to their tones. And also, these guys, when they sense danger coming or when they're trying to warm up really quick, they will flatten themselves down on the road so that they barely show up against the profile of the actual gravel. And so it makes it really hard to see them coming over a hill. Alright, sir. I know. You see me. Hi. I'm just gonna try and scoop you up here, okay? Yeah? No, come on. Oh, across the road. Oh, sir. No. Not this way. Hey, you go that way. Can you get off on your own? Come on. We don't want anyone running you over. Please. Keep going. I will scoot you along with the hook then. Push you along. Yep, in the bushes you go. There you go. And there he is out the other side. Zoom. Got one of those big old centipedes going across the road here. Look at him go. Kind of want him off the road though, so excuse me, sir, go that way. No, that way. Or whichever way you're going, I don't even know, sir. Go off the road, please. Keep having to kick him with my foot to get him to go anywhere. Please, sir, off the road. Oi. Don't know if you can see him or not, but there is a kangaroo rat right in there. Oop. There he is. And there he goes. What do we have here? We have a Great Plains toad. Heavier patterning, less of a line down the back than the Woodhouses. Beautiful. Alright, and we have here the other primary toad species of northern Colorado, the Great Plains toad, Anaxyrus cognatus. Please get off my light, you stupid bug. He's wiping off bugs too. You can see how these guys have that really clear kind of parallel patterning on either side of them, and no real line on their back and on their head. Camera doesn't want me to go that close, okay. But on their head, right between their eyes, they have those cranial crests that come together and make a little bump right there. I don't know how well it's visible, but those are some of the defining characteristics. I certainly think these guys are absolutely beautiful toads, and certainly, like, he's got all those greens on him that come out when I bring the light closer to him. Beautiful toads. We'll get a couple of photos and move on. We've seen these guys several times now on the channel in previous videos from last year running around in Colorado, as well as this year down in New Mexico. They're still a treat to see because they just don't show up very often up here, and they get a little bigger than the Woodhouses do. What are you? Oh, it's another big old rattlesnake. Hi. You are gorgeous. A little bit of a different color. He's just kind of poking along, a little skinny. Alright, we'll get some photos and help you along. Alright. This is a good example of, as long as they don't feel threatened, rattlesnakes have absolutely no interest in you. They have no interest in being defensive and jumpy and rattling their tails. This guy might actually be hunting the little rodent that I saw just up the road. Unfortunately, we can't leave him on the road. The little button tail. Couple little buttons on it, not a whole lot. We can't let him stay on the road, otherwise he'll get hit by somebody coming along here. Good thing this stretch isn't too frequented at night. but he's just poking along. And if he goes back off the road on his own, I'll be happy to let him do so. As skinny as this snake is, there's actually a couple different possibilities. One, might just be an animal that hasn't had a meal in a while, or two, this is a female that, like with the garter snakes we saw earlier, may have given birth very recently, and so there may be a bunch of little baby rattlesnakes running around. So this one did actually make its way off the road on its own fairly soon after I stopped the video. So I took a couple of photos to show the head and the interesting black mark on the tail a little better, and then just let it go about its business. Woodhouse is number 2, at least that I have stopped for. Adorable. And Woodhouse is number 3, a very, very large one. Gotta get him across the road because there's a car coming. Alright, folks. So, final total for the night was 8 snakes, 9 encounters, technically. 2 different species of toads, 4 toads in total that I think I stopped for, and more kangaroo rats than I can possibly count out on the roads, and I just could not film those. Anyway, so the ever elusive hognose still eludes me, so still gonna be having to trek out to the same kind of area where I was, hopefully to find one of those guys again. The more times I'm out there, the more likely it'll be that I will actually come across one, but hopefully you'll see that in a future video. But until then, as always, big thanks to my Patreons at patreon.com/hcarlton for helping financially support the endeavors that I take out here. Even just a little trip like this is still a fair bit in gas, and not to mention all the stuff that I am putting off doing at home, dealing with the plants and so on. So I do greatly appreciate that, and it also gives me time to work on editing the videos, putting out blogs, working on the files for the database, and so much more. So if you would like to help support the educational aspect here at Carlton Carnivores, please consider becoming a patron. You can also donate, do one-time donations if you prefer at coffee.com/Carlton Carnivores. And of course, as always, you can visit the website, carltoncarnivores.com, where we have the shop that lists all the plants and sometimes baby snakes for sale, the snakeskin resin gem jewelry. It's got the database on there, the blog, and all the different ways to contact me. And you can also always find more photos and short little videos and clips and such at Carlton Carnivores on Facebook, Instagram, and even TikTok. But until next time, I'm Honkin' Carlton, and this is Carlton Carnivores.